So, are you going to pull permits? Is kind of the gist of this. Because if you are, you got to start thinking about that UL listing and then having the maybe matching pairs makes a big difference. I think that's kind of the gist of what he's saying there. Is this something where you're planning on just winging it, or where you live, does Austin reach up into where you are and say, we gotta, take all
No,
your
I think
freedom?
no, my electric company does make me have to permit. So that is something that I'm going to have to deal with that for sure. So I probably am going to hire part of this out. If not, I don't know. So that's something that I think is like a $200 application fee. And so I'm still kind of working through some of the budgeting and some of like the beginning stages of this before I just drop that application fee. I just don't want to waste it for no reason.
For sure.
And I'm not really, I haven't even gotten to talk to an engineer. Like we're royal enough that they do have solar capability. Like I have to switch out the meter, but they're slow. Like I just want to talk to someone to say like, hey, what do I need to do to be able to get permitted? And nobody will call me back yet. So
and so are you planning to sell back? Are you wanting a system that you can actually? Okay, so that's not something you're wanting to go for. I tell you what.
No, I assume that's a lot more complicated, and it's not that would be way down on the priority list.
Yeah, so just depending on your local jurisdiction, I think some places, it's like you might have to have a county or a town permit, but maybe not with the electric company. I'm not sure. Some places are different, so you may not even need one if you're not selling back. So I just don't know for sure, since it'll be a hybrid system, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, and permit might not be the right word for my electric company. I have to have their approval for sure. So I live in my county has no building codes. Like the only thing that I had to actually get a permit for was my septic tank. And that was, all that meant was I hired a company to do it. And then it was super simple. I could have done it myself and not even needed the permit. But so I don't think I need like an electrical permit, but in order to attach to their meter, I need to get approval from them. That's my house. I know that.
That's your house. So
it's very blue. My wife, we added that addition up there, that big thing, and we hired someone to paint it, and she wanted it blue. So nice. I'm glad that there's green grass. It makes it pop.
That looks good, man. That's actually the same color blue as our house. Really close to it. Yeah. So yeah, Beau sent over these photos. Great photos. He's got some really good aerials here in a second, but I'm going to try to get a little bit zoom in on this so I can see it. As soon as I zoom in and move the mouse, I can't see any of it. This stinking app. All right. So you got your main panel over here on the side, and I think that's what we're looking at there. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, explain what's going on, because you know what you're looking at better than I can.
For sure. So basically, where that label is 200 amp panel, that is, and we can pull up a photo here a little bit about showing the meter. And so that panel, you can see on this angle, the far left is probably like a 2 or 3 inch conduit pipe coming down from it. That's going to go into the ground, and then that goes about either 230 to maybe 250 feet trenched to my meter, which is out at the end of my driveway and my county road. We actually, I think it's 4/0 aluminum wire. So I have that in a text message from the electrician who did it. And let's see, okay, he said we ran four 200. No, wait, hold on. Scratch that. We ran 4/0 and 1 number 4 ground, all aluminum. So that was in 2018. I never thought about doing solar or anything, and for whatever reason, we didn't go copper. So we're aluminum for that. So I know that gives us a little bit of limitation. And I did learn that with that length, I think we have about a 3% voltage loss. So that's kind of the limitations that we're running. So I won't ever be able to fully max out the 200 amps because the voltage loss will lose. But that might be where we actually put a grid boss. But I think, thanks to ChatGPT, I think my loads are going to be roughly around like 85 amps of my peak. I wrote it down. My peak demand, because I don't have a whole lot of I have a 2-ton HVAC in that new edition, and then I have in that photo the Mr. Cool. That's a 240 air conditioner, and then I have the air conditioner in here is just a hybrid, so it's 110, 120. Then I have propane water heater, propane stove, propane dryer, clothes dryer, and I have a pool pump. So, but I can run the pool pump during the day, and if I needed.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
I don't know if I skipped around too much. Sorry, y'all.
Well, one thing to keep in mind is you have a 200 amp panel on the side of your house, but probably 90% of the homes never use the full 200 amps at one time. So your loads are going to be cycling on and off. I mean, my systems that I have here on my house are running 100 amps through them, even though I have a 200 amp panel, because I never run more than 100 amps at a time.
Gotcha. Yeah. So the plan with that is we don't have a garage or a shop or anything. So that's a shot right there. You see like the little, Eric, I don't know if you can go back. You can see where we, the future plan, where it says future 40 by 60 workshop. If I can save up enough money, that's
make it bigger.
Well, unfortunately, I think that's not the scale, and I run into my property like right there. So maybe we're in the process of like clearing that space out. But and then you can see the 400 watt array. So I think that's roughly around 100 feet from the 4,000 watts to the house. And my house is all on pier and beam. So I need to trench a little bit, but then I can just run all that underneath the house in Conduit. But then Eric, if you could go back where you can show that location, because so this is my hope, is that I can go, I know it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but you got to make your wife happy, and she doesn't want to like have all this gear in the front part of our house. Understandable. So the thought process is, this is our back porch right here. And the thought is, if I can run down from our main panel and then under the house and then up through the deck right there, then on that wall right there, that's an outdoor laundry room. And so there's no insulation or anything. It'll be super easy to just put up some hardy board or whatever y'all would recommend to back that wall up and just paint it whatever color we want. And then just house all the equipment right up against that wall. It might even help a little bit with the sound if the inverter makes any sound or anything. But I think that would be roughly around like maybe 20 feet of a run from the main breaker panel to that wall.
Thanks for watching this clip from Unplugged Live. If you want to see the rest of the full hour show, check it out right here. We do it live every single Thursday night. Catch us live and be part of the conversation.